chair recognizes the gentlelady from Florida's 3rd District for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to congratulate you and thank you for holding this very important hearing today. Also to our witnesses, thank you for hanging in there with us. I know we're coming to the end. I represent a very unique district in north central Florida, Florida's fighting 3rd District, the Gator Nation. We have a large swath of rural areas where truly the only internet option is dial-up. I'm not even joking. And pair that with our urban clusters, which we are home to, as I said, the University of Florida, the Gator Nation, where we have cutting-edge AI technology. It's remarkable. So it's 2 very different worlds that this district encompasses. So the satellite marketplace is a very interesting and attractive area for us. So I'm going to jump right in. I will not lie, I'm extraordinarily frustrated with the FCC. For a number of reasons, but I really feel like when it comes to satellite deployment and this technology, it's kind of like the mid-90s with cell phones. They don't know really how to regulate it, how to handle it. They're trying, and I give them credit. Ms. Deckard, you said today in answering one of my colleagues that speed to market is how we stay not dominant, but competitive as well. Under this new FCC initiative, the Space Innovation Agenda, we're seeing an increase in which they are approving the applications, and that's a good thing. Added 38% more in terms of their division size to move applications. But my question is to you, Ms. Deckard, and to you, Mr. Stroop, is it enough? Is it enough? We throw money at problems all day long in Washington, D.C., but it doesn't really seem to work too often or very well. So what do we need to be doing in terms of the personnel that we need to bring in to process these applications? And is there a labor issue? Or is it we continue to throw money and wonder why it doesn't get fixed? I'll let you go, Ms. Deckard, and then to you, Mr. Stroop.
Thank you. Well, I think we're at a point where we've seen Chairwoman Rosenworcel and the commissioners who have also long been worried about the time it takes them to process applications, put forth a new structure with the Space Bureau. And I know from Link's perspective, we are excited to see that new organization, the new organization of the International Bureau with their focus on the ITU filings. And we're just excited to be part of the conversation moving forward to make sure that whatever they put in place really does work for both small and large companies alike.
Thank you.
And in addition with this hearing here today, I think it's a winning combination when both the FCC and Congress realizes we have got to change the way we do business in order for American to lead.
Thank you, Mr. Stroop.
Thank you for the question. I would like to see more resources made available. Many of it is engineering related. Some of the issues are complex.
Okay.
They have made steps to streamline some of the processes for small constellations as an example. But the fact that we still have the backlog is indicative of something. Certainly the fact that they're in competition with industry, with other government agencies for engineering talent shows some of the challenges, but ultimately giving them the resources, and I would argue for more resources for them to be able to deal with the backlog and address some of the issues that we've been talking about today.
Okay. I'm going to follow up with you specifically in a written question. Ms. Zoller, you were asked a bit of time ago about regulations that you need within this space. You stated that more regulations relating to spectrum were needed. As we all know, more regulations doesn't necessarily mean better outcomes. So in that same vein, what regulations do you not need on the books?
The regulations should provide the flexibility to operators to determine how to meet an objective. In other words, if the point is to apply a power limit to a satellite system to protect terrestrial services, let us figure out the combination of antennas and transmitters and so on to meet that. Give us the liberty to do that.
Okay. So a little bit more flexibility, which flexibility and regulations don't typically go hand in hand, but we'll figure that out. I'm going to ask each of you to submit for the record how the Farm Bill, which will be coming up this year, that element of the Ag Committee and the jurisdiction under the Ag Committee in concert with Energy and Commerce, what we can do to advance some of the satellite technology. But in the 13 seconds that I have remaining, I do want to say that I am so grateful for your testimony here today. Satellite communication, satellite technology, it's going to save lives. It's not only going to improve them, it is going to save lives. I say that as the wife of a first responder in a very rural area where this type of technology is going to be the next generation for us. So thank you so much, and thank you again to the chairman.
Thank you very much,
for today's
Jay.